Stop. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, man. Hey, y'all.
Welcome.
Welcome. What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in tonight for another awesome episode of Geekin Out podcast. And tonight we are discussing Scream 2022. Welcome. And I see we have a killer amongst us. Another one. Surprise.
And another one.
Hey, killer, do you have a question for us?
Is that me?
Oh my god.
Am I the killer?
Oh my god.
I don't know. You're the only one.
Oh, I do have a question for you guys. I'm
like, oh.
Ring.
Hello.
There we go. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Do you like scary movies?
No. Click.
No. Oh my
All righty. So tonight I am joined by my wonderful panel and beautiful friends here at the Geekin Out podcast. We have Ricky Z.
Hey, y'all.
Podcast extraordinaire. She is here to promote your podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We have Jermaine. Hi,
Hola.
Jermaine.
Jack of a thousand fandoms that I am.
His geekdom knows no bounds. No bounds. And our resident Bruja and Wheel of Time specialist, Julian.
He doesn't. He's not aware that he's a. He's not aware that he's a killer.
Yeah,
He's not aware that he's a killer.
Also, I'm tonight's killer.
And I'm TaMon Kang, writer, journalist, entrepreneur, and tonight, Gail Weathers enthusiast. Hi. So let's kick this off. So to prepare for tonight, we all took a quiz, and that quiz was what role are you in a horror movie? So some people die, some people live, some people are the comedic relief. So I guess we can go ahead and did we put that survey in the group?
No, I don't think we did.
Mm-hmm.
Let's drop that survey in the group. And while we're giving our results, we're going to give you guys a chance to take the quiz and give us your results.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see our results.
Beautiful.
So here's mine right here.
Oh, Ricky.
I hate it.
Listen, in the Scream universe, the first one to die is usually very beautiful.
Okay.
And the whole story is surrounded about them. So, hey.
Okay, I can deal with that. But no, like it's like I saw that I immediately like I would be the first one to die. Like I'm the one that does not do the thriller, thrasher, scary horror film. None of that. Like I would be the first one to die. I would be the first one to die.
She's like, I'm not very good with scary movies anyway. And of course,
I hate it here.
The gods conspire to be like, all right, she's gotta go.
And then this one is Jermaine's.
All right, Jermaine.
Yes.
Make it through.
I'm not going down easy. No. This was my first time into the horror foray, and I'm not going down without a fight.
Not at all.
Taking it out alive. I always think I would put up a fight, but you never know.
I can see Julian throwing things a lot.
I do. No, I'd make it pretty far. I'd make it all right. I think I'd make it part of the way. I don't know if I'd make it to the end. But I wouldn't be first to go. I know that much.
Part of the way.
I make it almost to the end, but
and then here's hold on. Let me make this right. Okay. Oh, it's the same thing. Yep. Come on.
That's mine.
Yeah.
I made it, guys. I get a sequel. I get to go to the sequel.
Hey.
Me and Jermaine so far. Sorry, Ricky.
So
He's making it.
And so here is
And
Julian.
last but not least. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. It makes perfect sense. It's me the whole time.
Of course, Julian.
Of course, Julian.
So technically, I would make it to the end, Right?
To the end, for sure.
Until we kick you out.
Yeah, until the conflict resolution, and then I'm the one who gets axed. I'm the last one to get axed.
Oh my
damn
god!
it.
I still hate it.
You're gonna be the main one I'm stabbing.
I'm gonna be bitter forever, honestly.
Guess what? Don't worry. 4 movies later, we're still gonna be talking about you.
Right.
So hey.
Right.
So as usual, we have a wonderful drinking game. So anytime you see the word hear or see the word scream, grab your cups.
Oh, you missed this last time, TaMon.
Oh, yes. I love it. I just had a flashback to my 20s.
Yes.
We're adding more gifs to our repertoire. We got
Look at us upgrading.
I know, right? We got time.
Yes, it is. So Ricky, I know you don't really watch scary or horror movies, but Julian / the Killer said, "What's your favorite scary movie?" So, what is your favorite scary movie?
I would have to say Carrie.
Ooh,
Carrie. Because it's like it has scary moments to it, but I like the yes. It has some iconic lines and like the I can see your dirty pillows and
they're all gonna laugh at you.
They're called breast mama and every girl has them. I just and Sissy Spacek is divine in that movie.
Untouchable.
Like I can't not like Carrie. I love that movie.
Yeah. Have you seen the sequels and the remakes?
Yes, I have seen the sequels. Like I think the first time I watched a Carrie film was Rage.
Oh,
that was the first time I watched one of them, and then it made me want to watch the first one. So like, and honestly, like if I see Carrie come up on the TV screen, I'll sit and watch it.
Okay.
So like that's about as good as it gets, and I like Rage, and I like it was the other one was okay, like the remake. The reboot was kind of okay.
Basically, it was the Dark Phoenix saga. Right?
Yeah.
she was floating in the street, setting things on fire.
And I think it was the telekinesis like portion to it that made me get into it.
Yeah, she was just sick of being bullied. So
yeah, that's it.
Honestly, I think that's probably why.
The world on fire, girl. I relate. That's why.
Right.
I'm like, Carrie, we are all you.
Right.
Thank you, Carrie, for making us feel seen.
Right.
What about you, Jermaine? What's your favorite scary movie?
Oh man, so like Ricky, I'm one for horror most of the time. So for me, there have only been a handful of horror movies that I've watched and I really, really like. And I can't think of any of them except for Goblin 2. I don't know why I love Goblin 2 so much.
Goblin 2 specifically.
You know that one?
of the series.
Goblin 2.
I don't even remember the first.
You know, I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not judging.
You're judging real hard.
Wait. Do you know that movie?
I've heard of it. I'm pretty sure I've
seen
the first one at least. I just don't remember it.
Why does it look like you know this movie like intrinsically and you've watched it like 7 times?
I'm gonna Google it right now.
She has it on VHS.
No, not I, said the cow.
Well,
okay?
I have seen this. Oh my god, I have seen this. Okay, keep going.
Goblin 2 is the worst horror movie I have ever witnessed. Like, it's the worst of the worst. Like, right now, if not for Scream 5, which was amazing, I think I don't think I've ever Scream 5 is easily my favorite of them all now. But before Scream 5, before Scream it was Goblin 2, because that movie off the rails bad. Off the rails. First of all, it's called Goblin 2, but it's not a sequel.
Just kidding.
That's
First of all, that's the first way to like.
It's okay. It feels like a setup.
It is a setup.
What about you, Julian? What's your favorite scary movie?
Okay, so I also am not like huge into the horror genre myself, I guess, but my probably favorite scary movie would be The Strangers.
Oh my God.
That one had my ass fucking crying. I was like, don't catch me outside, don't catch me alone. I don't want to see night anymore. Like, as soon as the sun is going down, it's time to take my ass to bed because I don't want to know anything else. Because
listen,
like the setting for that is very.
Look, movies like that make me want to like stay by myself and I talk to nobody. Like, I don't want to meet no new folks, no new friends. Okay, I don't know y'all like that.
No new friends, none of these things. Well, it was like that one was more of like you're kind of like out in the middle of nowhere, kind of like
also
in a cabin house kind of thing. So then it's already you're already secluded. That wasn't no.
The Strangers is in my top 5 horror movies of all time.
Yeah, because that one
was
crazy.
Terrifying.
Okay.
So Ricky, I challenge you to watch it with the kiddos.
The devil is a damn
liar.
Scream.
Older movies from like the 60s, which was like crazy scary because the main it's supposed to like marries this dude that's off his rocker, and the kids know he's bad, and they're always trying to catch him, like prove that no, this guy is like the killer, he's like a murderer, and no one believes them. And then like at some point he finds out that they know, and he's trying to like hunt them down to kill them and all this mess, and they're like hiding from him and running from him and stuff, and he's just like walking, like slow walking through the house, and
the worst.
So freaking creepy. Children.
This is why me and my kids will be watching Encanto for the 5th time.
I can't remember the name of that movie to save my life.
Look, the kids and I will be watching Encanto for the 60th time. No, we're not doing it. No.
Children. That is creepy. Creepy. Well, to no surprise, my favorite horror movie is Scream. Scream 2 to be exact, and that actually cool. So let's just jump right into it. So we're going to talk about the history of Scream for those who may or may not have watched those movies or may not be familiar with those movies. So let's take a trip to 1996 when the state of horror and slashers, 1996. And Kevin Williamson wrote a marvelous script and directed by Wes Craven. And they came up with this movie, which was originally called Scary Movie. Ironically enough, Scream. And Scream changed the horror genre forever. It reawakened this genre, and it was absolutely terrifying. I don't know if you guys have been in a home invasion before. I personally have not, but that opening scene with Drew Barrymore is classic, and it is terrifying.
I literally saw the first movie, I think for the first time either last year, and like I didn't realize like how gruesome.
Yeah, it's gory.
Yeah,
so gruesome that first scene, like that first kill was.
Oh God, she was cut open and hung from a tree.
Right. Ooh.
That sounds painful.
I mean, maybe.
Only maybe. Right? But the worst thing is her parents walked in and saw her.
Sounds like a good old Friday night to me.
Oh, he gutted and hung from a tree, Julian.
No.
Get out of here. That is totally
That's because he's the secret killer and he's going to be the one that's doing it.
It's giving Jim Crow right now. No thank you. It's giving Jim Crow. No thank you.
It's giving real Jim Crow tonight. No.
Look, I live in Georgia. I don't need that.
Hello, somebody. And I was raised in Alabama, so no thank you.
No thank you.
Okay,
So the first Scream starred Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, David Arquette, Jamie Kennedy, Matthew Lillard, and Skeet Ulrich as the core cast. Oh, I'm sorry, and Rose McGowan as the core cast. And by the end of the movie, oh my gosh, it sort of blew them up, right? Neve Campbell was on Party of Five, and of course, Courtney Cox was on Friends
by that point.
By that point, so she was already a star. And but the really cool fact is that Drew Barrymore was supposed to be the lead of this, but after talking to Wes Craven, she decided that, you know what, it may be more impactful to confuse them and make them think that I'm going to be the lead, but I actually die in the first 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And boy, did she die, as we discovered.
Right.
So just for a warning for anyone who hasn't seen any of these movies, this is going to be full of spoilers. Spoilers.
And you know, it's crazy though, like that cast right there, like that's there were some like 90s hard heavy hitters back then. Rose McGowan, like Matthew Lillard. He's been in.
Matthew Lillard was in
everything.
If it had something to do with teenagers, he was in it. I promise.
Yes, he was.
honestly, he was the only like 40-year-old teenager that they put in every single teenager movie in the 90s.
And he was in Scooby-Doo, so I mean, he
was the perfect Shaggy, to be honest with you.
Oh, he really was.
Sure.
He's the perfect Shaggy.
Well, that's a perfect segue into Scream 2, because Daphne was played by Sarah Michelle Gellar, and anyone who knows the rules of a sequel, the cast is bigger, the kills are bigger, and Sarah Michelle Gellar joined the cast of Scream 2 as Cece Cooper from Omega Beta Zeta, and and we had Elise Neal, we had Portia de Rossi, Rebecca Gayheart. They play sorority sisters opposite of Sarah Michelle Gellar. So it was a really fun movie. And then, of course, the opening scene was the iconic Jada Pinkett Smith and Omar Epps. Yeah, she didn't make it out. She was destroyed in the movie theater publicly. Unfortunately. So Sydney and her best friend Randy made it to college, and more people started to get murdered. And of course, here come Gail Weathers, boop, boop, coming to get the story, coming to get the tea, and putting stuff together, solving mysteries, and getting famous. And that's what she does, folks. And it's happening all over again. And this time, Jamie Kennedy, Randy, one of the fan favorites, was murdered.
Not horribly. Jamie Kennedy. Man, they're pulling everybody up in these movies.
He's gone. He has nothing to talk about anymore. And we're still going. So this was 96. The first one was 96. This one was 97. And so now we're in 2000 for Scream 3, which is supposedly should have ended the franchise. And this one takes place in LA. And so now Scream within the movie has its own movie called Stab. And Stab is
I love that, by the way.
I do too, right? It's so meta.
Yeah. I love that shit. Look at it.
And so now they're filming Stab 3 in Scream 3. And you have Jenny McCarthy, Parker Posey, who stole the show in this one. And and Dr. McDreamy from Grey's Anatomy.
Man.
McDreamy or McSteamy?
McDreamy. I didn't watch that show.
Oh, no, because
McDonald. Ronald McDonald, whichever one it was.
Wait, now I gotta look it up just to make sure I'm sure.
Please help me.
Patrick Dempsey is McDreamy. So was it Patrick Dempsey? Or was it the guy with the square chin?
Yeah, oh my God. It was Patrick Dempsey.
Then it is McDreamy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's McDreamy.
No problem. It was McDreamy. So I was right. I'm so great. And we found out in this movie that the killer is actually Sydney's half brother, who she didn't know she had.
It all comes back. It all comes back to her mom cheating, right?
It all comes back to her mom having this affliction of the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. You found out when she was 18, she went to Hollywood and they tore her up, and that sort of I'm sorry. That's not okay. And she sort of had this. Now she has this thing about sex, and she sleeps with all the men in Woodsboro, but she slept with the wrong man's husband this time, and got her killed. Horribly, by the way. So after the third one, 10 years later, you think your life is better. Sidney Prescott is on a book tour, and she decides to do a final stop back in Woodsboro, where all this stuff happens. And guess what happens again? The teens are murdered once more, and it's all about her. Scream. Just keep your cup up. I think it's time.
Just be prepared at all times.
Oh, be prepared at all times. So in this movie, this was like a fun, new, hip cast. You had Rory Culkin, Macaulay Culkin's little brother. You had Emma Roberts, Hayden Panettiere.
They were the young up-and-comings back then.
Young up-and-comings. Emma, and they're sort of royalty.
Rory Culkin, man, ain't nobody seen him since he was 6.
Yeah. Wasn't he in Home Alone?
Maybe.
As a little kid. Okay, sorry.
No, only Kieran was in that one. He was in one of the early scenes with Kevin.
Oh, okay. So no.
Rory was in some other movie with Kieran Culkin.
So I think I know Kieran Culkin because I think Kieran Culkin was in Saved with like Mandy Moore.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that movie.
Kieran Culkin's
filled with Christ's love. Yes.
Filled with Christ's love.
Yes. All right. Yes. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm reading up now.
Kieran Culkin is everyone's favorite gay Wallace Wells.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
You've not
so
seen
he is,
Scott
but
Pilgrim versus the World?
Oh, that's right, bitch. You're right. Okay, you're right. I forgot that was his character's name. You've never seen Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
Never.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I did, but I don't remember much about it. That falls into that like weird like realm of like movies from the 2000s that
slipped past me because I was busy.
Oh,
like
no.
that post Napoleon Dynamite era.
Oh yeah.
You and Ives Kennedy on the internet for the longest time.
Like Pineapple Express.
I was.
Jermaine loves that movie.
You have a tattoo of it, don't you?
Ooh.
Yeah, you do.
I'm not gonna say.
Call him out. Golly.
I got him. Well,
Scream 3. Yeah.
So needless to say, we're at Scream 4 now. We left
okay.
3. Needless to say, in Scream 4, it didn't produce that well. However, Sidney was this time the killer was her cousin, Emma Roberts, and Rory Culkin.
Okay.
Yeah, they were the killers, and she had a really cool reveal. She killed him because she just needed someone to be framed. But she's the first one who actually almost got away with it, guys. She stabbed Sidney. She faked her own attack like she was going to be the one. She wanted to be the new Sidney Prescott. That's all she wanted. She said, I don't need followers. I don't need friends. I need fans.
Oh, bitch.
Fame. It's a murder. 10 years after that, here we are. All the fans have been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And here we are, 2022, Scream.
Yeah.
After a TV series too, that was like 3 seasons, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We don't talk about that, but we can. The Scream TV show was the first 2 seasons were on MTV, and they had a TV special as well, which was not bad. I dogged it every episode, but I kept watching.
You got to see it through, my dog.
Season 3 was an all-black cast, basically, and Queen Latifah produced it, and it was horrible.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry to say that. I don't want to do our people like that, but girl.
Pour one out.
Girl. It wasn't.
Pouring out for the homies.
For the homies who passed away under Ghostface. So there's a couple of things that you should always remember about Scream: the opening, the killer reveal, and that famous question, "What's your favorite scary movie?" Those are things that live. What do people say? It live rent free in my brain. Is that it?
Yes, that's cool. That's the same.
We can edit that pause later, but that lives rent free in my brain. Those three things. So before we get ready to talk about Scream 2022 and this review, we're gonna jump to a fun little commercial break. So get your Jiffy Pop, get your cocktail, and we'll be right back.
Ooh, I want popcorn.
I want popcorn. Are we back? And we're back.
Yeah, it was quick. Before you get started, TaMon, but also like shout out to TaMon and PK Publishing. Did a big thing, especially with the graphic novel coming out.
Soon. Very, very soon, actually.
Yes, they're excited about that.
Absolutely.
But also our sister show, Talk It Out, the original Whoa Nelly Media podcast, is coming back in March of this year. So very, very soon. So keep an eye out and get ready to see Talk It Out come out like, brand new. It was something different this year. So yeah. It's time to come on back with Talk It Out.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead, TaMon.
So here we are, 2022. And the fans have been waiting and waiting. So at this point, there's only 3 original characters, and they are known as the OGs. We have Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, and David Arquette, Gail, Sidney, and Dewey, surviving 4 movies, 25 years worth of being sliced and diced and shot for Gail, too. And so here we are with this new, fresh cast. We have some people that I was really surprised and happy to see. We have Jenna Ortega. I'm in love with this girl. Even before she signed up to this project, she was in season 2 of You. She's on this she does voice work for Jurassic Park, cartoon on Netflix that's really good too. Jenna Ortega is like amazing.
I love her. Like she's been doing some things for the past, like I guess 5 or 6 years now. Like she had a show on Disney for a couple seasons. She did the voice of the little sister in Elena of Avalor. She played young Jane the Virgin. So she would play like flashbacks of young Jane. Yeah, that girl. Yeah, like I love her. She's great.
Yeah, she's like growing and becoming, because Scream is known for having the opening kill be this rising star or already famous or someone really popular in entertainment. And that was Jenna Ortega. She is the Ricky of this film. Fortunately, they decided to do something a little different in this movie. Her attack was gruesome. It was horrible. She was stabbed 7 times. Her ankle was broken. She was stabbed in the hand. And for the first time, she survived. So that's a new thing for Scream. She survived. Yeah. She survived the opening attack.
I was thinking that. I was like, oh, she actually didn't. She made it through. I was like, oh, I was expecting her to die, but I guess not. But it was good that they kind of brought her. I mean, for the storyline, it worked.
It does work perfectly. So also joining Jenna Ortega is Melissa Barrera. She is from In the Heights.
Yeah. Oh, did she play Vanessa? Yeah, I think
she's the lead. That's what I know.
Yeah, I think she played Vanessa.
Yeah, so she's been popping up all over the place too. She plays Jenna Ortega's older sister Samantha, Sam, in this movie. We're also joined by Jack Quaid, so that's Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan's son. He's from The Boys. Mason Gooding.
Let me tell you, he was throwing me for the longest time. Every time he came on screen, I was like, where do I know him from? Where do I know him from? What is that face? Where do I know him from? All through the movie until like the ending credits, I was like, oh!
Okay, yes. I see it now. Yes. I loved him. I love him in The Boys, though.
Oh, he was great.
He's great in The Boys.
Yeah. And then we're joined with Mason Gooding, which is Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a nice ad. He was eye candy.
Oh, the boy from Riverdale.
He's not from Riverdale. He just wears a Letterman jacket the entire movie. So,
oh, that's this kid. Oh my god. That boy's beautiful though. Stop.
He was the eye candy.
Whatever. It was good though.
And we have Cal Gardner. He was in the Nightmare on Elm Street reboot.
He's really good though.
He is good. And someone else, Dylan Minnette. He was in 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah, he played what's his face, the main guy.
Yeah, he is so good, and his range is just like he can do almost anything. He was in Don't Breathe also.
Yeah, he
That's
played
Blizzard.
He was in the first time I saw that actor. He was in Scandal. He played Fitz's son. So if you haven't seen Scandal yet, like his son like is killed. Yeah. So like that's what's his name? Little Jerry. That's what they called him. Little Jerry.
Dylan Minnette played Little Jerry?
Yeah, he played Little Jerry.
Look at Little Jerry. I'm grown up. Well,
Dylan Minnette was one of my favorite villains from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And they mostly underused him. They used him like twice.
Who was he in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
He was Blizzard. He was the boy that like created like sort of cryogenic beam type thing, and he could wear it on his hands and like project ice like Iceman. And they like some dude was trying to steal it from him. He froze that dude to death and then like disappeared. And then showed back up like 5 episodes later or something like that. And then got away from the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents again. And then we never saw him again.
Well, maybe he survived. He doesn't survive that much in any of his projects, unfortunately. He has one of the best kills in this movie.
Oh, man. That hurt my heart.
Honestly, right?
My heart was ripped out a few times in this movie, just for the record.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
So just to rewind, so once Jenna Ortega is attacked, she is her older sister Sam and her boyfriend Dennis. Wait, that's not his name. Jack Quaid. Come to Woodsboro. They are lured to Woodsboro to check on her sister, and that's where we meet her friends. We meet Mason Gooding's character, and then he has a twin sister, and they are related to Randy.
His twin sister, aka Mindy. Not Alexandra Shipp.
Yes, not Alexandra Shipp. Exactly who she's not. She is amazing, and she plays Mindy Meeks.
Okay. Now I have to Google her picture.
Oh, that's Savoy Brown.
Yes.
Of who? Who are we googling? Sorry.
Jasmine Savoy Brown.
Yeah, that's definitely not.
That's not Storm.
That is not Storm.
She's no Storm, but guess what? She stole the show.
She does not need to be Storm, though. I'm just saying.
No, she does not.
But I'm just off looks alone. I'm sure she's a wonderful actress, but nope.
She's amazing, and she's queer and she's Black, and she was very adamant with the directors that she wanted her personality to reflect in her character, and her character is the same exact way. Mm-hmm. And she is Randy Meeks, which is one of the legacy members from the first 2 films, niece. Her and her twin brother, Julian's crush, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
And they were pretty. They were really good, actually.
They were.
Yeah, they did a really good job.
So I skipped over someone, and the Sheriff Judy Hicks, played by Marley Shelton.
Yeah.
And she was in Scream 4, but nobody liked her.
No.
But now she is currently sheriff of Woodsboro, replacing Dewey after he was asked to step down for some reason. We don't know why.
Okay, so Martha Meeks is Heather Matarazzo.
Yes, and she was also in Scream 3.
Yes, but she was also in Princess Diaries.
Oh yeah, she's the friend.
Yes. Oh my god, her. I love her, by the way.
Yes, she's the friend. Oh, and
she's also classic, like
the
90s.
Best friend. I remember
2000.
Mm-hmm.
She was in the movie a couple of seconds, and those couple of seconds were great. No, literally, like I don't know, she has this energy about her that she brings.
It's always iconic. Every time you see her, you always remember her.
Yeah, I wanted her dead, but you know what? That's okay.
I was done with her.
So after
Suspect.
Suspects,
get out of here.
Randy would be so proud. So she's bringing drinks and snacks to all the friends who are the suspects. So the perfect mom, right?
Right. I'm not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
I'm a cool mom.
Oh my God. I'm in on all the murders.
There's a murderer in my house right now. So the first actual kill was Vince, which is Cal Gardner. It took like 3 seconds. They taunted him with his car.
Quick, and I did not cry.
No, he can go.
No.
He was like the town skis, but he was important. He is the nephew of the killer, Stu Macher, played by Matthew Lillard from the first movie. So they killed him. He had to go.
Off with his head.
Off with his head. He had a couple of lines, but he was great.
I was actually kind of hoping that he'd like drive the car into him. Kind of thing. That's what I thought was
That's what I thought they were going to do.
When I saw the lights and I heard the revving and stuff, and I was like,
Up against the brick wall, ping, and then all of a sudden,
I was gonna be like, I was like, get away from the wall. I was like, get away from the wall.
Scream.
Look, you never know how incapacitating like peeing is. Man.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Segue. So this was time in college, right? I was going to the bathroom. Went to the bathroom, up in the urinal, just woo woo, and then the lights shut off out of nowhere, and I was like, "Oh no!" Like I didn't know why the lights turned off, but it was scary as hell.
It's not my
turn. and I'm like in the middle of peeing, and I'm like, I can't fight nobody like this.
All right, it's like, I'm in my most vulnerable moment.
You know what? I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm the one who like, hello. Hello.
I'm like, no, don't make a sound. That's how they know where you are. Hello. Marco Polo, come find me. Like, no.
Hold on, I'm shaking. Hold on.
Cut it out. Stop.
So imagine being the sheriff of a town and you're in the middle of a murder investigation and you decide to put on your yoga uniform and go pick up sushi for you and your son to have dinner, but on the way you get a call from Ghostface. So this is Marley and Dylan Minette's scene, and Ghostface threatens the shit out of her son on the phone with her, and she races home. She gets out of the car, doors open, she runs up to the steps, and Ghostface jumps right out, right in the gut.
Yo, that shit was crazy.
It was crazy.
Everyone was like,
I screamed for sure.
Yo, middle of the day.
The middle of the day.
Dishes,
in the middle of the day.
Just bold as hell.
I was like, there's nobody around.
Nobody cares. Not only did he stab her once, but he messed her up.
Nobody saw it.
The townspeople said, "Ghostface
there was
is back."
Nosy neighbors watching.
Man, that sucks, I guess.
She's the sheriff in broad daylight, stabs
Like as if she didn't like pull up with like sirens blaring and the whole nine, and nobody comes out and is like, "Oh my God, what's happening?" No.
Hyper speed, and people just walking their dog like, "Oh well, blah, blah."
She was destroyed, and for her to be a legacy character, that was a pretty rough death. I thought if she wasn't the killer, she was gonna get it, and she got it.
I think honestly, I thought all the legacy characters were going to get it. I was like, oh, I feel like they're going to get.
It would have been a riot.
I was scared for everybody.
It would have been a riot.
This is a riot. Okay.
So so that was right outside the house. See, I have a problem with this. Why aren't you strapped? Why are you in the middle of a murder investigation as a sheriff? You're not strapped.
You ain't got. You don't have a piece on you somewhere in your car or something.
Nowhere.
Underneath the rock on your porch, nothing.
Nothing.
I don't know.
Ricky, knock on wood. If you got the phone call,
right,
and you're the sheriff, it's not even a question what you run out the car with.
Look, man, something.
He may would have stabbed me once, but the next thing I would have shot him.
Right, but yes, like if he's calling you, like I'd be on high alert.
Right.
What the
he's tricksy, and that's the other thing. It's like you've never met him before. Like it's like a game and like a
You're in Woodsboro. You know what to do.
Right. Are you new here?
The phone call.
No, this is not your first. This isn't your first movie, miss.
He was like, "Look, he wasn't looking for me earlier, so it's fine."
Yes, but he never comes after me.
Well, LOL, you thought.
She was like, "Who is this?"
You know what, though?
I think you know.
Speaking of which, I remember earlier in the movie when they were like, when Mindy was explaining it all, and Wes was like, "Oh, it could be you because or it could be me because my mom was involved earlier." And somebody was like, "Your mom was a tertiary character. Don't nobody care about you and your mom."
Basically. Mindy was telling them they need to be, on high alert because anybody could be next. And then Dylan Minnette was like, "Oh my gosh, my mom, she's in one of those sequels." And then Mindy was like, "No one cares about those bullshit sequels. Okay, you and your mom are fine."
Right.
10 minutes later, his mom was on the front porch, opened up, and he's literally a knife through his jaw, through the other side of the jaw, dead. Dylan Minnette, heartbreak.
My heart.
I really thought he was gonna make the.
I knew he was gonna go down the minute he was like, "I'm gonna go take a shower," and they showed him in the shower. I was like, "Oh, it's over."
It's happening.
He always goes. Whoever takes their clothes off first, dead.
Yeah. What did they say? No sex, no drugs, and
I'll be right back.
And no, I'll be right back. Exactly.
So I blame Judy's death on herself. We always say what we would do in situations, but as a sheriff, you don't have a gun in your truck and on you. And why are you not working?
Right.
It was her day off.
I don't give a shit. We're in the middle of a murder investigation.
There are no days off.
In Woodsboro. Oh, well.
Look.
That alone. Any murder investigation, a murderer that you are very familiar with.
Very familiar with. Like 25 years worth of being familiar with.
Yeah, say it.
It was very disappointing for her, but she's gone, and her scene was great. And that's when I think about Scream, that's the first scene I think of, actually.
Oh, for this one, really?
For this one, yes, the first one I think of. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, that one was good, though.
She looked shocked that she was murdered. Like, Ray, are you really doing this? Yeah. It's happening.
She's like, no. That's not what my pay contract says. I have another movie after this.
Oh my God, you're gonna keep stabbing? Wait, if you stab some more, I'm dead. I know. So all the security guard, not security guard. Well, they're basically security guards at this point. All of the deputies and the police officers have made it to Sheriff Judy Hicks' house too late.
Right. Useless.
They're always useless. And on the scene pops Gale Weathers.
Yeah.
Okay, first
Always
of all,
there for the story.
May I just say that in horror movies and superhero movies, the police are always useless.
Trash.
In superhero movies, they're specifically there to get in the superhero's way. Oh, the killer's going that way. Oh, nah, vigilante. Look.
Always.
We're gonna arrest you, Batman, even though you're the only one who could fight Victor Freeze. Yeah, I am.
Meanwhile, the police, all in horror movies, are always 72 steps behind everybody. They always the first ones to be told something's going down, always the last ones to arrive. How?
In Woodsboro or Haddonfield or Elm Street, they're always
somewhere where they know, where they got a history of this mess. It's not like the first time, like, oh, it could be something. No,
you know what's happening.
This is the 7th time person tore through this little town of 72 people.
Right, y'all should already have like a response
tornado
team
siren,
ready,
or
you have like a back history, like some like a memo, like, hey, these similar killings are happening again.
Storm shelter.
Alert. So, come on,
like go to the storm shelter, ring the little alarm.
Alert.
It's always in a town with like a population of 2,000, and y'all got 7 cops and none of them on the scene. It always takes an hour to get there.
No training.
No training.
Training whatsoever. But okay,
not training.
The question is this very much different from real life?
Oh.
Sorry,
I mean,
I was being shady, but I mean,
I don't know.
You said no training, and I was like, oh, that sounds vaguely familiar.
And
police are always last to the late to the scene when I call them, but I don't call them for anything other than like
you in California, though.
What?
You in California?
Yeah.
I feel like them California cops they got a history of. Well, I guess all of them have a history of.
I remember one time I had called for an accident and it took 4 hours, and I was like, "This is making sense."
Problematic.
Yes.
Problematic.
And I'm in a town where I'm sure there's most places that are like that. There's having a police shortage, so
I get it.
Yeah.
But to be fair, when you call them for a violent crime, they do show up pretty quick.
Oh.
How violent is the sheriff calling?
Well, I have
who's being violent?
I can't speak from experience. How many murders you think I committed?
I don't know.
5. At least 5.
Enough to be a survivor.
How many times?
How many times
you think I've been like, you know what? I'm about to kill somebody. Y'all better get over here, and then like proceed to start stabbing people up and being like, okay,
look, I don't know your life like that.
I mean, hello. I don't know.
We only see each other on Mondays at 8:00. Okay, man.
You could be a whole Dexter over there. True. We don't know what's going on.
You know what? This movie has inspired me, though.
Stop.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello, guys. His thoughts do not reflect the thoughts of all of us.
Right. That's what the disclaimer said at the beginning of
the show. So, all of the police deputies and volunteers have made it over to Judy Hicks' dead body, and here comes Gale Weathers coming to get the story, looking fierce. And she meets Sam for the first time, and it was a pleasant greeting, which I was a little surprised. Normally, she's not as nice to people, but whatever, we'll get over that. She sees Dewey after a couple of years, and we find out they are divorced and estranged. He watches her every morning on her morning show, and he drinks, and he doesn't know if the food is good in his refrigerator. He just bites it now. So he needs her.
Much like the actors, the actual couple.
It's so hard.
I know.
Oh, I don't think they're estranged though.
Together?
No, they're best friends. They're best friends.
Yeah. Courtney Love and not Courtney Love. Courtney
Cox.
Courtney Cox. I'm sorry. Courtney Cox and David Arquette have not been together for at least a couple decades now. It feels like.
Oh my god.
No, they just broke up like last decade.
Okay.
It's
only last decade, not the past couple, just the last one. But Julian,
Because when I was in college when they broke up, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
At least one, right? At least one.
Right, at least one decade.
But they co-parent and they're best friends. And David Arquette says doing his scenes with Courtney was really emotional in this movie, and I'll talk to you about that in just a moment. But it was very, very emotional for him because they had to really dig into some things. They've been working with each other for 25 years and co-parenting. So what happens next is going to be tough. So once you figure out there's no one in the hospital protecting Jenna Ortega, Tara, her sister's like, where the hell who's protecting my sister? And nobody. Nobody. And the guy was like, we just got the call about the sheriff. Who's protecting my sister? She's alive.
Nobody.
And so her and Dewey run to the
Somebody
hospital.
call Carl Thomas. He over here. Nobody,
baby.
Sweat. Thank you very much.
So Jenna Ortega is alive in a leg cast on the IV. Remember, 7 stabs, broken ankle, and she is still fighting. She fought in the beginning too. So she figured out that it's really quiet in this private floor of the hospital. There's no staff.
Can we talk about that?
Yes, please.
First of all, let me tell you how mad I was at that point when the power went out at the in the hospital.
The whole hospital.
The whole hospital, the power went out, and I was
so
like,
everybody's dead.
No, you lying. I could not hold that in the theater. I was like, nope.
Nope. So you came to kill one person, but you're gonna kill everybody because you cut off the
everybody.
Also,
the whole
hospital.
Like the power went out, and all the nurses and doctors were like, "Oh, the power's out. Okay, I guess we're gonna go. Bye."
Right.
They said peace. They said peace.
All that was left was that one security guard
whose throat was slashed.
Thank you. Like, how are you gonna have only that? And also, the private floor was just stupid. I'm like, no, I would want to be around 1,000 people at all times. Like, don't put me in some place where I'm gonna be secluded and by myself. Easy target. Hello.
Yeah, but
I mean,
where's the police officer in front of my door?
That's not supposed to happen at a hospital, Julian. There's always supposed to be hecka staff there.
Well, yeah. Well, that's why I was like, oh, we're going to move you to a private floor. Like, no. Keep me here with all these people. Like, why?
All the witnesses, please stop.
Thank you.
No one was there.
Terrible.
But I will say this. When Tara realized that there was no one there and she decided to get out of the bed, go into her wheelchair, even with her hand with a hole in it with stitches, she was wheeling herself. And I don't know if you guys saw the gauze by the time she got down the hall, it was drenched in blood. So at this point, so I told them in the theater that would have been the end for me.
Yeah.
This hand situation, just don't worry about it. If you're coming, come on.
First of all, I was like, girl, how are you going out? Like, where you going to run to without, like, you have no wheelchair speed. They gave you the jankest wheelchair. They didn't even give you a motor. Like,
not the grocery store one. I mean, it's fine.
Come on. It didn't come with a basket, not a bell.
And she was like, oh, I would just push this.
No, it was terrible. I felt every push, I felt bad for her.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
I was like, you know what? Just give me like a hot poker or like a lance or a spear. I'll fight from here. Because ain't no way I'm going to do that wheelchair again.
I'd rather crawl at this point because, which we get to, but
right,
which we do get to. But she is almost saved by her sister's boyfriend, Richie, Jack Quaid. He comes to check on her, but Ghostface shows up and slices his wrist and knocks him out. And
slices
now his forearm, no major arteries, just for the record, and knocks him out for the record. Unlike everybody else, he kills.
Spoilers upon spoilers upon spoilers upon
it's
spoilers.
It's happening.
I'm just fair warning again. You've been warned again. Some spoilers.
No major arteries. He knocks him out. He didn't kill him like everybody else. So now we have Jenna Ortega crawling, and the killer gets a phone call from her sister. Well, he picks up Richie's phone. And he has a nice banter with Sam, and he said something really rude. He was like, "If you don't pick your sister, I'll just get those other organs I missed the last time." And I thought that was pretty rude. But as soon as he's getting ready to get on top of Tara to kill her, the elevator door opens, and Dewey fires away.
I have an issue about that whole scene.
Yeah, I do too. I agree.
So here's what I was going through in the theater. Ghostface kills Wes and his mom in broad daylight. It's 2 p.m.
Yes, God.
Sam and Dewey are at the investigation like an hour later, where it's all taped off and everything, maybe 2 hours later. 4 p.m. maximum. And they're like, nobody's at the hospital. Let's go. Why is it when they get to the hospital, it's 9:30 p.m.? Like, why did it take them so long to get there?
It's a big town.
Is it that big?
Not at all.
No.
It took them all the way from afternoon past sundown, past it's a little bit twilight. It was dark. And they finally
not Twilight.
Not Twilight.
Yes.
Julie, what did you have about it?
Oh, my thing was that so she's on the phone with right, and she's like, and blah 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 blah, and then she's like, well, maybe we're just stalling for time, asshole. And like, but how do you know that he's like, as soon as these doors open, that he's going to be in the hallway with your sister? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You stalling for time for what, girl? You making a surprise like attack on somebody that you shouldn't know is there. I was like, whatever. I'm here for it though.
We'll take it.
I still at the same time though, I was still like, yes, because I was like, yes, save the day.
Yes, I was so happy.
Oh God, I was like, oh, thank you. Somebody came to rescue her. But at the same time, I was like, but how'd you fucking know that she needed that rescuing in the first place, bitch? Like, wait.
Maybe it's that app, that location app that we dealt with.
I mean,
because that thing is a killer. That one's a giveaway. Because that one, let me tell you, that app was set up to get somebody murdered.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I hate that app. I was like, don't you ever let none of these people put that on my phone, okay? I don't need the warmer beep, 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 beep. Nah, shut up. Like, nobody knew what a volume button was. No one turned it off. He was just over there struggling.
Bless his heart. So Dewey fires off a couple of shots, and Ghostface get out of the way, and he goes and helps Tara and Richie, now who's awake, get up and leave. But before they leave, Ghostface attacks Dewey. Now, why did Ghostface do that? You know Dewey's an OG. You can't touch him. Dewey, in my opinion, this was his best performance in all 5 films. He flipped Ghostface's ass over on the ground like he took self-defense classes at the Y.
Mm-hmm.
He did his good work there.
Mm-hmm.
And so he shot Ghostface, and he was getting ready to escape. But as soon as they got on the elevator, he was like, I forgot to shoot him in the head. like I haven't been doing this for 25 years and I'm still forgetting to shoot them in the head. So he decides to go back and his phone rings right when he's about to shoot. And he is basically gutted open by Ghostface. Can we have a moment of silence and a sip for Dewey, please?
That was sad, yes.
Hold on.
That was a...
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Dwight Wright. So I've seen this movie 4 times. The first 2 times I cried.
Oh,
I cried in the movie theater when Dewey was killed. That hurt my feelings so bad.
Yeah. That was sad.
So,
just 'cause, you know.
My issue with that was, one, where Ghostface get his body armor? Like,
yeah.
Judy hits.
Also, that was like a throw off too. I was like, oh, it must be one of the cops. And I was like, no, I guess it's not.
And
It's
2,
not Judy.
this is the only time out of nowhere Ghostface was like, oh, by the way, second knife. Like, where are you hiding all these knives?
Yeah. He basically became Melina from Mortal Kombat and pulled out a whole nother set.
Nowhere.
My feelings were hurt.
Ass Ghostface.
But he went down like a G. And that was the wrong thing he should have done. After that, we flash forward to outside. And there is some daylight in this scene, by the way. And here come Gail with a wardrobe change.
There's no daylight.
You gotta be camera ready.
That's a job. Hello.
That's the camera ready.
She had a wardrobe change.
If you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready.
That's right. That's right.
Mama had a full wardrobe change and she saw the body bag and she couldn't find Dewey and she already knew. And I started crying again. And they were holding her back and she was distraught. And then she's still distraught in the hospital. And the girls came up to her, Samantha, and said, well, if he wouldn't have came back, my sister would have been dead. Get out of my face.
Right.
Bitch,
girl, boo.
Get out of my face immediately. And I mean right now. And Gail was just like,
look,
like, girl, go away.
It take all this work just for me to not curse you out.
Gail's came a long way because about 10 years ago, she would have got ate up. But here comes Sidney Prescott, Neve Campbell, and I cried again because they hug each other and they're finally become sisters and best friends, mourning over Dewey. Now we enter the end of the second act, and Sydney is now speaking with Samantha to tell her, hey, this is a fight that you're gonna have to fight and you can't run away from it. But Samantha's probably like us. She's like, I'm out of here. Hey, Corwin.
Hi, Corwin.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining. But Samantha's like we would probably be. I'm taking my sister and my man, and I'm getting out of town.
LOL, you thought.
LOL, you thought. So Tara and Samantha was rude to Sydney and Gail. She was like, I'm out of here. Gotta go.
First of all, that would have been my first thought. I would have been like, oh, so y'all doing some big like conspiracy murder? No. Bye. I'm scooping my sister and we're out. Bye.
Because Sydney said, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this.
That's what she said. Samantha said, you want me to help you and the host of a morning show commit murder? Yes. That's exactly actually what we want. She said, yes. That's exactly right. She's like, don't worry about it. That has nothing to do with me. I'm going home. Oh. Samantha, no!
No, Samantha, no!
Samantha, no. Samantha, girl, you in danger.
Shit. Yes, she is. Well, Tara has asthma, and she doesn't have her asthma pump, even though she just left the hospital.
I need Tara to get her life together in this health issues because she got asthma.
Her health insurance must be.
Look, she got a broken ankle. She got a messed up hand. Like
she got kicked off.
She got asthma, girl.
She got kicked off a week ago.
You might get left here. You might need to stay in the hospital.
You might have to be left here. I'm sorry, girl.
So guess where her other inhaler is? At her best friend or ex. At Amber's house, which is actually the Schumacher house where the first murders took place at the end. Yeah. Why is that even on the market? But whatever.
Also, why don't any of them know this already? That's the other thing that got to me.
Oh yeah, I never thought about that.
Like nobody, like wouldn't that be a historical house? You know what I mean, for the town. So wouldn't like generally everybody from that town already know?
Okay, everybody in the town knows. Oh, that's the Schumacher house. That's where all the murders happened that one time in the 90s. Ooh, like everybody knows it, but no one like they're not going to section it off and be turn it into a tourist trap.
Yeah, man, these new kids. That Amber now lives there. Her like best friend happens to live in that house now.
These new kids are built different.
They are built different. They're having a whole party, even though their friend Wes did get murdered. They're having a party in his honor. Slasher Wes Craven, rest in peace.
It's a It's a farewell party. It's a celebration of his funeral.
Yeah, so we're all going to show up here. Absolutely not.
Amber didn't like Wes anyway, so...
Oh, she didn't.
She didn't like anybody who liked Tara, and at first I thought that she just had like a crush on Tara. Yeah. But then I was like, no, she's just a raging bitch.
She is that. She's definitely that. And she upset me throughout. Well, we're almost there to that.
Honestly, the whole movie, anytime she came on, like,
it's upsetting me and my home.
Even the beginning, like scenes with her, I was like, oh my gosh, she's such a bitch.
She's a hate ass bitch. Every time she had something to say. Good morning, y'all.
Every time. Good morning me.
Yeah, she was just like, oh, don't you dare good morning me.
Good morning,
me. Hey, bitch.
Yeah, good morning, you bitch. That's what she was giving us the whole movie. Killer vibes. You know what I mean? So like it. Sydney puts a tracker on their car because she has major equipment with her. She's not.
Can we talk about that? I was like, yeah, it tracked their car. Like, okay, Batman.
She said, I am not new to this. I am true to this.
Yeah, she was not going to play not to come back, but since I did anyway, she like opens up her trunk and it's like the Matrix style like armament.
Look, this is not gonna come half stepping. She's been dealing with this for what? How many years now?
25.
Look, she said, I'm not doing,
Wait till the next one, Scream 6. It's going to be like her, and she's got like a rocket launcher, and she's going to be
like, y'all ain't learned yet?
She's going to be like, scream for me, bitch.
Stay the fuck away from my girl.
What is it? Not in my temple steps.
Not in my temple steps.
Not my temple steps. Yes. Don't
Sydney,
do it.
No!
Sydney said, no, y'all.
That's what I actually really loved about this movie. That the OGs were really OGs. They are not having it. Even Dewey, he was not having it. As soon as he met Richie and Samantha, he was like, how long have you known him?
He was like, it's you. It's him. It's probably him.
It's him. Oh, I skipped something important. We find out very early on that Sam is the daughter of Billy Loomis, the killer from the first movie, Sydney's ex-boyfriend, who killed her mother. So there we have that. And so when she met Sydney, I was like, awkward. But Sydney wasn't bothered. She was like, I killed your dad and your grandma. So
it's okay. I killed your dad. We're even.
I killed him already. It's fine.
Billy, all right, so
Skeet Ulrich.
I like that.
Yes.
That he was still in the movie, even though he wasn't technically in the movie. He was like a ghost throughout the movie, and like
Sam had mental health issues, so
so
her psychosis and just like
Skeet was like spreading his seed as a teenager.
Well, Sydney stopped putting it out. You know, Sydney wasn't going after her mother was raped and murdered, so she was like, he was doing what he wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a hot boy, so of course he was throwing that seed around.
Can I just say that I am really, really proud and thankful for Skeet Ulrich and his whole career. I remember like back in the 90s, he was like one of those heartthrob boys. Like he was the bad boy to like he was handsome but like also greasy. Like
Yeah, that's a great
They
description.
all were back in the 90s. They all look a little greasy. With
He
that
was
bowl
a
cut.
T-bird. They all
and now
We lost him. Oh, he's
Hey,
dying.
don't anything you bet a can of Lysol.
He's
Jermaine.
dying.
Jermaine, no. Lysol, no.
Lysol. Help him.
But like, and now he's back, like in Scream 5 or in Riverdale. Man.
Yes, he is. And he looks
Honestly,
amazing.
And it's like everybody's bad boy dad. Like,
Yeah.
He looked good though. He looked good.
What is it, a DILF? Is it a DILF?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he's definitely that.
However, I thought I was so I was kind of hoping that, you know, her seeing him all the time was going to be like an allusion to like her becoming like the future Scream killer, which maybe still it could still happen, but didn't quite leave that, you know, didn't leave me with that kind of a cliffhanger. I was hoping that
she was going to be like the counter Ghostface, and just like they were going to have like a Ghostface.
She's going to be the Ghost Hunter.
Like
that's going to be the spin-off. P.S. The Ghostface Hunter. Dun, dun, dun.
Ghostface to die.
Ghostface to die. That's it.
Like, I'm like, y'all gonna quit bringing this shit up. Like, quit bringing up this Ghostface. Y'all gonna quit bringing this shit up. Don't try it.
Ricky, what's that behind you?
Did you? I saw it. It ran across the back.
Don't do me. Y'all can go to hell. Quit it. It's my shadow. Don't do me like that. Don't do me.
Ricky, if someone came behind you in a ghost face, it's over. Just take me with
you. Look, me and the kids, like, rest in peace to us, I guess, because it's not gonna be. That's it.
All I can do is scream for you, girl.
Look, I'm here for a good time, not a long time, I guess.
So now that we're talking about this, can we talk about how annoyed I was? Because they would do these pump fakes throughout the whole movie, where like you're just la-di-da-di-da, and then suddenly, boom, it's on close-up, just on your face, and you're like, oh, here we go. There's gonna be somebody. Whenever somebody's got a door open or they're gonna close the door, I'm like, here we go. Ghostface gonna be behind here.
Yeah. They did a great job of building suspense.
Dylan Minnette scene was suspenseful. Dylan Minnette scene was suspenseful to the point in the theater. I was like, come on, just do it already.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kill this boy, damn it.
So where were we? Oh, so they get to Amber's house / Stu Marker's farmhouse.
We're at the party.
And they come in there, and Amber's like, okay, here's Tara. Let me help you find your inhaler. And also, the party's over. Why is the party over?
That was so random. Yeah, like, oh, let's
I was like, why is the party gotta be over? No, just go get it.
And we all have to get out the car.
I was like, exactly. It literally takes 2 seconds. Oh, I'm here. I need my inhaler. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Where's your phone? Text her. Tell her to bring that shit outside, and we out of here.
Thank you.
But they all decided to go into the house, and even Richie, who said, "I'm not going to stay in the car and get killed." So they kick everybody out. Now you have the core cast.
Hold on. Can we talk about that during the party? Liv was over there living Julian's best life or Julian's dream life, but also Julian's nightmare.
Right? Like, why are we fighting?
Sweet dreams and a beautiful nightmare.
Yes. Julian, you was definitely giving Liv energy for sure. She was like, hey, baby, you want to go upstairs and, let's go have sex? And basically, it was like,
he was like, no.
I'm not quite sure you're not the killer. So that pissed her off.
Oh, that got me. And I was like, all right, Dito Liv, she's just trying to get some tea. But like in the middle of like now
please stop it.
Now's not the time. I will have to give it to him. She had terrible timing.
Yeah, I was very proud.
And
like
we're all gonna possibly die, but now is when you want to give it up, even though all this time you have. Well, actually, no, that makes sense because she's like, okay, well, when I'm, if I'm going to die, I might as well not be a virgin anymore. Right?
I mean, that's true. You might as well unless you hit it, but like, I'm actually proud of him for
first of all,
18-year-old high school boy to say no. Pretty smart.
Her internal, like, jukebox was playing Grind on me so hard.
Grind on me.
Yes.
Can you say like an iPod? It's like someone's like iPod mini.
In her ear, she was playing that song for sure.
It is on her final playlist.
And can we talk? Like, I want to like fire whoever it was. I was like, you know what she needs? Silver sparkly eyeshadow that makes her look like a possessed demon. Like every time she looks down.
And metallic suspenders with a pleated skirt. She was just perfectly dressed, right? And if you see her like on red carpet, she is stunning.
Yeah.
Oh, she is.
She is stunning.
Oh,
the
shade.
The shade. Yeah, she is. Period. Period.
I'm here for it.
I gotta find some more of it for us to share.
Oh
on
my
this
god!
I was actually just saying we were just talking about this today that like the only time you say period it has to be period. That's it. Period. It only comes with that hand motion. the only way you say it for now. Period.
Point blank. Period.
But can I say this? I think her character was so underused. It's just like I don't even know why she was really in it. Besides, the cute love, the love interest and a red herring that really wasn't a red herring. So, because no one thought she was the killer.
Listen, she was too boring to be the killer.
That's what Mindy said. She's too boring to be the killer.
Turns out Mindy was right.
Are you afraid of me, Mindy? She was doing the whole monologue with her. Are you afraid of me, Mindy? She's like, not till now.
Mindy was like, can you go outside
already? Sure, now because you're being weird, but okay.
Like, weirdo. I'm like, yeah, that was my rescue. I was like, no. But...
we were all like a little cringing at it, which is really funny though, because it's like, oh, I guess she played her part perfectly.
Look, you cringy hoe! Like, get off my brother!
Hoe.
Like, I don't understand what he sees in you.
That's motive.
Sorry, whatever's going on.
So what happened next? Oh, so Gail.
So now the party shut down.
The party is shut down, and then Sydney calls Sam because she has her number now, and she tells her that you need to get the fuck out of that house because that's the place where your father killed everybody. And then they had this whole dramatic pan of her. This is the house.
Dun, 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 dun.
Da, 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 da.
Like, how did we get here?
Oh my god. Daddy, no!
Daddy, no!
And now they're gonna
No!
Oh,
she's
no!
like she's never been raised in. Well, she probably hasn't been again. Whatever. This is not her childhood home. My bad.
It's not her childhood home, but it is. So let's see. No one is dead yet, but Liv, which is Liv/Julian, runs away, and Chad goes to look for her. And now we can talk about this wonderful cell phone app, which I have for my closest friends. Location.
That's
What'd you say for that? You said, fuck this app.
Fuck this app. Wait.
Well, so she finally accepts his invite for this app, and now he can see where she is. And so he was walking, getting close to her. Liv. And who would have thought that it's not really her, that it's Ghostface?
Okay, first of all,
hello?
You know there's a killer out loose. And it's going after all your friends.
Hello?
And this girl is like, I'm leaving. I'm going, I don't know where. Where'd you go, Liv? Where did you go?
Right.
She went upstairs to cry and text message herself.
And
we don't know
then
what you
he
think.
outside, like with this stupid app where it's like beep, beep,
Closer,
beep,
closer,
beep,
closer.
beep.
Hello?
Hello? And like she doesn't answer back. Like,
First of all, what app does that? Of all the find my friends, send my locations, all these apps we got, which one beeps like that? I need to know so I can stay away from it.
None of those apps do that unless you're in the hospital.
Second of all,
that's right.
The party just broke up. Where are all the rest of the teenagers? Because don't nobody go straight home after a party breaks up. Everybody's meandering outside.
Absolutely.
Chatting.
Like, where the next location going to be at?
Beep. Yeah, trying to figure out where we're going to continue to turn up.
There it is.
Ghostface done killed all of them. Just like the hospital again.
Is this app not called Grindr? It doesn't beep like that. Beep, 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 beep.
3 feet away. She was 3 feet away, apparently. It was a date.
Ew.
Well, to his surprise, it wasn't Liv that he found on his app. It was Ghostface. And Ghostface stabbed him in the leg, and he fought for his life and ran away.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is an issue I had. Scream movies are known for having some great chase scenes, right? This was the only one that we got. And it lasted about a handful of seconds.
Mm-hmm.
He runs behind this little barn shack, and determines that he can tell where Ghostface is because he's looking at the app, but he can't get the app off because his hands are full of blood. Mm-hmm. So what does he do? He throws the phone away.
I don't understand. Well, I think
good job, Dad.
I mean, yeah and no.
Just hide
Use
the bushes.
those jock muscles and get the beeping thing away from you.
He did that. He took a deep breath, and after he threw the phone, he ran the direction he just came from, where the killer was.
Thank you.
I remember
not in a different direction. Like,
and the killer swooped
that you run that way.
Exactly. The killer
swooped
out
of this shed. Like,
you know that moment when you know shit's it's over. You know that moment you know it's over. He was like, oh shit, yeah. It's over.
He was like that though. He was like, oh shit, he's behind me. He's like, just don't. She's like, just don't kill me. He's like, I can't even run anymore.
I'm tired of running. Don't do this. But let me tell you, Ghostface, he tore him up.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as he did that, that's when Sam and Tara and Richie pulled up. So they left him for dead on the ground. Sorry, Chad. So now things get fun. We have Richie, Amber, Tara, Sam, Liv, and that's it. And they're all and Mindy, who has been phenomenal this entire movie. I can't believe I'm not speaking about her scenes, but she was so funny. Can we talk about the scene of Mindy and Amber in the basement?
I loved that one actually because it was so, they did a really great job of who the fuck is the killer? God damn it. They did a really good job of weaving that in there. But that whole scene with the two of them was very like, oh, it could be either one of them at this point. That's kind of like the feel that I was getting. But it was also nice, like their intimidation of each other.
Yeah,
that was cool. Mostly because Amber's a bitch, and I was like, Mindy, pop her in the fucking mouth, please. Just pop her in the face. Just do it for me. I don't know what's happening here. I know y'all want to joke with each other, but be like, oh, friendly, right in the face. Like, go upstairs.
She deserved it.
She needed it.
And I don't know if anyone caught it, but when Mindy went up the stairs first, Amber rolled her eyes like, yeah, bitch, just wait. Just a while longer. It's going to be on the popping.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert. So fast forward a little bit further, and we have the remaining cast in the living room. Liv runs in. Sorry, Julian. Hands bloody. She was like, "I'm not the killer. I found Chad's body outside." And one of the best moments.
I found him, but I didn't call the cops about it.
I don't know what to do. I came inside instead.
I ran inside and told all these other kids instead.
I should have stayed outside. You should have stayed outside, actually. She was like, "Fuck you, Amber. I'm not the killer." And Amber politely pulls the gun out of her back pocket. I know, and she shoots her in the head. Killer one reveal. Amber, angry bitch energy.
Right.
So at this point, that's when Richie
should have known from the opening sequence. When she was like, when the killer was like, "Oh, your friend is in danger. Ooh, I'm gonna get her.
Amber looks really good tonight." Does she, Amber? Does it really?
Right.
That pre-recorded video, you bitch.
Right.
Does it really? So Amber is unmasked. Well, she didn't have on a mask, but she shot Liv. Bye. And everybody scatters. Richie grabs Sam and they run into the basement. And then Mindy is already passed out because she was injured right before that. That's what got everybody there. And then Tara, I guess Amber ties up Tara and throws her in the closet. At this point, Richie is in the basement trying to convince Tara that the other killer is her sister because there's always two killers. And she doesn't believe him. Oh.
Don't mind him. He's trying to stay up past his bedtime. That's all that is.
He enjoyed. Has he seen Scream? Okay. And so at this point, here we have Gail and Sydney show up with all their kick-assness with their equipment. And Amber runs outside screaming like, help me, he cut me. Sydney looks at Gail and says, you believe it? And then Gail says, it's a trap. I assume Amber heard that. They've not, what you say, Ricky, they not new to this?
Yeah.
They true to this.
That's it. That's it.
They true to this. They're not new to this. They're not new to this.
They're like, not, it's a setup. Don't worry about it. Well, oh
hell Gail. Hey,
absolutely. Hi, Michael.
Gail, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, that's a new one.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That is the new one. And so Amber was like, fuck it. Literally, she says those words and she shoots Gail in the stomach. At this point in the theater, if you knew how I feel about Gail Weathers, which you guys know, I politely set up a little bit to get dressed to leave because I had a coat on. Because if Gail dies, I'm done. If Gail dies in any of these movies, I'm out of it. I'm going to who's the killer, who else lives. But if Gail
said
Weathers,
he quits.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. If Gail Weathers dies in any of these films, don't worry about it.
In the theater, like it's a trap.
He got shot.
Gail goes down, and then him just Viola.
Don't worry about it. Yes, Viola Davis. Exactly. Don't worry about it.
He's Ellis Keaton. Yes, please. I'm ready to
go. That's exactly the energy I give. So Gail got shot, and she went down. And she was like, no, Sydney, finish this for Dewey. And Sydney goes in the house, and we hear her iconic theme song. Now, this is what I love about, I'm going to tap you, Ricky. They not new to this. They what?
True to this.
Sydney Prescott walks in and said, you have 5 seconds, killer or not, to come out. And what did she do? She shot up every door in this house.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
That's what Judy Hicks should have been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of coming out her car with nothing on her.
Right.
Girl, bye.
Girl,
but she was going to run up in the house.
Literally, bye.
Free hands and do something. Like, what were you gonna do, girl?
Hand-to-hand combat love. It didn't work out. Like, you're no Black Widow. You're no Black Widow, Judy Hicks.
Thank you.
And now you're with okay, sorry. Now your husband's a widower. I tried to tie it. I'm sorry. I tried.
Wait, where was her husband for the whole movie?
Dead.
He's probably dead fucking with Judy. Oh, excuse me.
He's dead.
He gone.
No, don't do that to Wes.
Oh, that whole family gone. Bye, Hicks.
Bye. The whole Hicks family got ran off.
Oh, not ran off, cut off.
Cut off.
No.
Hicks, no. All right, so Miss Sidney Prescott goes up the steps, shooting up doors, and then she gets her first call from her call from Ghostface. This call is so damn short. This is the shortest call that Sidney's ever had with Ghostface. Because you know why? She's sick of it.
She said, I am tired.
I'm tired.
She said, you're boring me. Bye. And then shot another door.
And shot another door. And guess who she shot in the door? Richie. And she was like, why did you come out? Because, I'm not coming out when people tell me to come.
Yes.
Spoiler alert! I'm not coming out. Yeah, you're not going to come out just yet. So he got shot in the leg.
Don't worry, we already know you're gay.
And here comes Miss Amber, Miss Thing Thing grabs Sydney and try to tussle with Sydney. You know better than that. You know not to
girls like to tussle.
Like to tussle. You know not to put them hands on Sidney Prescott. Sydney wrapped her up a few times and they flipped over the balcony. Oh, not the balcony, but the railing of the steps. Mm-hmm. Not down the steps like most people. Miss Prescott flipped over into the ground, which incapacitated her and Amber. So there's
nobody gonna breathe for 2 seconds.
Oh, man, these lungs are ruined. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about it right now.
She said we all taking a motherfucking break. Yeah.
I'll be like, bitch, hold on. Can we pause this fight?
Stop it.
So Sydney's like, Richie, the gun. Get the gun, Richie. He's like, I'm going, but you shot me, remember? Still being funny and cutesy boyfriend. Mm-hmm. But Samantha comes out and gets the gun, and then Richie makes it Samantha and stabs her in the side. Because why? He's the other Ghostface.
Oh, Superman. So through the movie, I went to the movie with my friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And through the movie, I'm like, okay, you know what? I think that Mason is the Ghostface killer. Like, why? I'm like, because it has to be a dude that's strong enough to overpower Wes. Because when he was fighting Wes, like, he just pushed the knife into his neck, like, with raw power. Like, it wasn't like just science. It was his arms versus the other dude's arms, and he was losing. And I was like, that's a dude. Like, that can't be a girl and overpower him like that.
Sexist.
And well, it couldn't be right, Amber.
But I was just wrong on which dude it was.
Amber for sure. Knowing that Amber now.
But guess what? Amber did all the work. She did most of the killing.
She did.
Amber did most of the killings because Richie was just around giving, like, in the shadows.
Yeah, he was too busy working Samantha.
You know what pissed me off? He was like, I've never seen Stab before. So let me have but what he was really doing is watching his favorite movie, eating pizza, waiting on Amber to text, like, go kill somebody else.
Yeah, honestly.
Rude. Just crazy.
Honestly.
Well,
but Amber was a crazy bitch.
Amber was a psycho, and she gets what's coming to her.
Psycho, 200.
So now we're here in the final act.
Y'all, we gotta hurry up. We going way over time.
We are going over time, so I'm going to speed this up. So now we're in the kitchen, and here we are. Sidney Prescott is now winded, but she's okay. She tries to get away, but she is stabbed, so now she's wounded, so she's weaker. They go get Gail from outside, who has a gun hole in her side of her. Tara, we find out, gets away, and they go looking for Tara, which leaves one killer chasing Samantha and Amber looking for Tara. Once Amber finds Tara, she knocks her out and comes back to Gail and Sydney. What you don't want to do is fight Gail and Sydney by yourself.
Mm-mm.
You don't want those. And they were both wounded, so she's lucky about that. But as soon as Amber walked in this room, Sydney twirled her ass so quick. And then they flipped over this table. It was just iconic.
Man, they were doing the tag team queens. I was here for every minute. I was like, get her.
Honestly, when I went to go see it, who I had seen it with, as soon as she was like, not the hand sanitizer in my eye.
Oh yes, glass bottle slapping the face for hand sanitizer.
Yep, and then of course it's a glass bottle, but like filled with hand sanitizer. So any cut, it's burning.
It's ruined.
But then who I had gone with, he was like, light her fucking ass on fire. And then at that very moment he said that, and I was like, oh, just wait.
And she was like, no, I'm sorry. And then she was like, you killed my best friend. That's what Gail said.
I was radicalized by the movies.
Oh, right? Yeah, let us guess. Yeah. When she said to Gail, and he went down like a pussy, that's the wrong thing to say. Gail punched her, and then she grabbed her, and here comes Sydney, and she was choking Gail.
Talking about my man.
Oh, exactly. She was choking Gail on the ground, and next thing you know, Gail headbutts her. These people should have known once Sydney shows up, the body's pile up. Yeah, Sydney is the angel of death. She don't mind. She don't have no friends, no nothing.
She's like, all I got are 2 kids, and everyone else can die.
And I got 2 kids to my man. That's it. But they whooped.
That was an issue with me too. I was like, so Sydney got 2 kids and they babies. I see franchise in 20 years. Like,
not baby Prescott's. Not the baby Prescott's fighting 20 years from now.
Yes, baby Prescott.
We
Don't
need that
let it happen in 15 years, because it's gonna happen.
In 15 years, they're gonna be leading this franchise, and Sydney's gonna open the movie with her death. But yeah, needless to say, Courtney, Gail, Sydney took her out of here. They shot her ass and set her on fire. Sent her on her way.
She deserved every bit of it too.
Every inch of it. You killed Dewey. How dare you? And the rude thing about killing Dewey, she said, it's an honor. You know what? We got your honor. Your honor.
I got your honor right here. Girl, you got some toe. I got some toe right here, girl.
So flash forward to Sam and Richie going through their fight. And we have another ghost image or a psychotic break of Billy Loomis telling her there's a knife right in front of you. She gets up, she grabs the knife, and she said, there's one more rule you forgot. Don't fuck with the daughter of a serial killer. And she stabs Richie in the throat, and she straddles him, which is sort of sexy too. She straddles him and stabs him at least 15 times.
Right? She was just like,
she ruined him.
Yo, she
stop.
Went in.
Out.
Look, I'm gonna get these gifs in, okay? I'm gonna get these gifs in.
This was nice. She was like, no, this was nice. This is the best. This is the best date we've ever been on.
I love this position on top. That's really fun. And he was like, wait, but what about my moment? She lifts his head up. He said, it's coming, and slits his throat. And here come Gail and Sydney. I guess they was waiting for their fight to be over. And so here Gail and Sydney come out there.
My favorite part of that whole scene was she ends it by doing the knife cleaning. Shing!
Oh, yeah.
Right? She was like, and I'm doing this.
I love it. That was classic Ghostface in the making.
And Gail said, I ain't tell y'all story. This gonna be one. It's gonna be hidden.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about this one.
We're not gonna talk about y'all.
I'm gonna write about a sheriff named Dewey Riley. But Amber pops back up, and Tara shows up from being unconscious. This girl just had a rough day, and
poor baby,
poor boo boo, and she shoots Amber. And so now we have the final people alive. We have We found out Mindy's alive, Gail's alive, Sydney's alive, Tara's alive, Sam's alive, and Chad, he made it. He made it. Come on, Chad. Okay,
Yo,
Julian, calm down.
There's Julian nursing his wounds back to health.
Okay. Come on, baby.
I'm holding his head.
Oh my God, baby.
Julian out here doing his best performance as Angel Jamachadard.
Today for me, tomorrow for you. Stop.
Meredith Gray over here. Oh, baby, come on.
Choose me. Love me.
So, I ranked this movie an 8 out of 10. In all of the movies, for me, it's Scream 1, Scream 2, this Scream 22, Scream 3, and then Scream 4.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought this was an amazing movie. I thought they did such a good job. There was things I would have changed, some things I didn't like. I wish there was more Gail. Oh, and Sydney. But that's the only thing that I could think about that I wanted. I just wanted more, and that's a good thing when you want more after seeing the movie. Jermaine, what did you rank this one out of 10?
Oh, this is definitely a 9. Like,
yes.
I've not seen the perfect one, but man, this movie had me gripped. And I've never seen a Scream movie. I was gonna go see this with my best friend, right? He loves horror movies, but he's never seen Scream. So I was like, want to go see Scream with me because he's who I watch horror movies with if I was gonna watch any horror movies.
Right. If I'm gonna put myself through that.
Yeah, sure. I've never seen a Scream movie though. I'm like, really? So we just gonna go into this all blind? Okay. It didn't happen though. But I ended up going with another one of my friends. And what I didn't know is that he loves Scream. Like love Scream. And he was like,
are y'all friends though? Like are y'all actually friends?
Are you?
Are you friends?
Really?
Know each other?
Yeah.
You pick him up off
and he was like giving me the lowdown. He's like, okay, so he was in the other movie, she was part of the other movie, so he was giving me the lowdown through the movie, and I was like, okay, no need to explain, I get it, I see it, I understand. But after this movie, I was like, I gotta watch the other ones. I gotta see the rest of the series.
You're gonna love Scream 2.
That's what he said.
You're gonna love it. That's my favorite one. What about you, Julian? What did you rank it?
This one, but I rank this one is like an 8-9 for sure. This was a really good movie. Like I don't really like watch horror movies that much either, and like my own Scream education is probably not as extensive. But this felt like watching the first Scream.
Yes.
Even though it definitely was not. It was like, it was like the first. It really took a lot of elements from the first one, and they really brought them back, and then just like gave them 100. It was nice. It was really good. I thought
they always wanted.
It is a requel. Ricky, any thoughts about it?
I appreciate that they pulled a lot from the original movie, and like it's how they kind of make like this almost fan made thought process. Like you have like the killers are basically fans of the original or of the show that's based on the original like start of it, and so it's I like that premise that they kind of went back to their basics, or at least to their roots, and they kind of knocked that out of the park apparently compared to some of the other ones they've done. So
True.
So hey, you can't
nobody likes Stab 4.
Well,
also I feel like as a transition series, this was really good. It was a really great way of like introducing a whole new set of legacies and kind of getting rid of a few.
I think they could go either way. I think they could go either way. Like
movie.
I think they could go either way. So like because it did so well compared to the last ones they've done.
Oh yeah.
They could either let this be the end of it, or continue and hopefully like continue with that high. And I'm sure like either way, like I think it could be either way for them.
Yeah, I feel the same way. This could be the last one, but based on these numbers, and Nev Campbell already made an announcement saying that she would love to come back. That's all the fans needed to hear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they can make a Fast and Furious whatever,
100,
right? They can do another screen.
If Grey's Anatomy is still on, anything.
Right, Grey's Anatomy is still on. How many Halloweens have they made?
Enough.
Right. How many Chuckies have they made?
Oh wait, that TV show.
Listen, how many Batman?
No, like I like the TV show, but I'm just saying, like Chucky's got a few.
Yeah.
So like, what why
if
not?
It's quality, let's do it.
Right, and Chucky's and Child's Play itself is older than Scream, and
yes,
Child's Play has had like several sequels.
Yes. I loved it, and I wouldn't mind seeing more of it. I think that for Wes Craven not to be involved, thank you, Radio Silence, Guy Busick, James Vanderbilt, and Tyler Gillette for writing and producing this film. It was really an homage to all the fans who loved it. Even though you took Dewey, but you got to do that if you want to keep it fresh. So we understand.
Yeah. Oh, someone had posted the results from the quiz. So Caprina Wiggins Malone posted theirs. So I'm gonna share it real quick, just so y'all can see. So Caprina says, "Give me a second." She survived. They survived.
Yay! Join us.
Bump you, Caprina. Okay, bump you.
You mad?
I'm actually very mad. Like I literally said it in the group text. I hate it here. I'm pissed.
Ricky said she's not only the first one to get killed, she's the only one to get killed.
Right. I'm pissed. I am pissed.
Julian, why you mad at Ricky?
I'm the one doing the killing. I just the only one I get to kill.
Look, I don't know what I did.
We'll find out what you did last summer. Okay, I'm sorry.
Is that one coming back?
It got canceled.
Well,
I guess
we know that Chucky got renewed for another season,
as it should have. Both of them.
That was good. That one was actually very good.
So you're gonna watch season 2 of that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm spreading the horror love to my.
I will watch.
I want to do it.
Yes.
I really don't, but like I'm slightly invested now. But like if I know if I binge it in the daytime, I'm good. The Resident Scaredy Cat.
You save for the daytime?
I have to save it for the daytime.
Think about Judy Hicks.
So did Judy
she thought she was safe, but
look, but I'm not gonna be. You're not gonna catch me slipping though. No.
No.
No. I'm not gonna be walking up in there like with nothing.
Not with nothing.
Nothing. Look, my door's I'm gonna be in my place with the door closed.
At least.
Look.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in and talking to us and watching and liking and sharing. We really appreciate that. You can always find me at TaMon Kane on any social media platform, PSN, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. That's it. That's where you can find me. Send me a request. I totally confirm.
You're on Twitch?
Yeah. I stream.
Yeah.
Why are we just not finding this out?
He streams Dead by Daylight. Yes, he does.
Thank you. Somebody listens to me.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm slow. But anyways, yeah. So what are we doing next week?
It is my time, and we are going so polar opposite to this. So from Scream, we're going to the great reboot world of DuckTales 2017. Watch it from now before now. You have time to catch the entire series. It's on Disney Plus. It is amazing. You'll have a great time.
Love DuckTales.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. So we'll see y'all next week. We'll talk about DuckTales. If you haven't already, go ahead and you can still do the quiz, and we still want to see you. We'll interact with y'all. Like if you guys join our group, Geeking Out Crew on Facebook, we will definitely respond to you. Also, if you haven't already or you haven't checked it out yet, find us on Patreon. I'll repost the link in the Facebook group and on the Facebook page. But you can get some really cute stuff if you are a patron to our show and help support Geeking Out, and because we doing the show for free.
For
some
free.
of us for free. But we do got bills to pay.
Do you like bills?
Look, we gonna get in trouble because we on here longer than what we're supposed to. But anyways, thank you so much, TaMon, for because this was your show. We knew this was gonna be your thing. It had to happen.
Oh yeah.
So thank you so much, guys, and we'll see y'all next week, friends.
See ya for DuckTales.
We'll see you for DuckTales next week.
Stop.